How far can you see? Hello, 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 hello. It is a tonight stream, but not a late night stream, which is a thing. We're taking requests tonight, so that's always fun. I have an initial request, which is Sock Monkey. So we're going to do that. So I guess sock monkeys are just like, are they made out of a bunch of socks? I guess like, so my Nana talked about how she used to darn socks to repair them. And she even showed me like the darning thing. Oh, hey Marnie, welcome. Hey Nuclear Moon Scorpion. And so there's like a darning thing. It's like, you might have seen it before. It's a darning, what is it, like a, oh, yeah. And it's just like, it looks like a doorknob. And you put the sock over it and then you run your needle through it to fix holes in your socks. I think you can use it to like, darning is like, you can use it to, it's basically like weaving in new weaving in like a sweater or socks or any kind of woven material. I'm doing a sock monkey. That's why I'm thinking about socks. Oddvod. Hmm. My show looks all different. Hi again, Winter. My show. The hang on, let me see if I crap, let me restart it. Let me refresh. Okay, sorry. My the thing I used to read the chat is like not working correctly. The back end. I forget what it's called. YouTube Studio Stream Analytics something. Does anyone ever had a sock monkey? I don't think I ever had any kind of. We made sock puppets once in school in art class. Hey, Fungi, you made it. No, I guess they just changed it. Wait, am I on a wide stream or a vertical stream? Can you guys tell?
Vertical.
Okay. All right, I have to just deal with it. YouTube changed the back end, I think. Well, it's hard to tell with YouTube, you know. They're changing things all the time. I was thinking, where did we hear about this shark from? We were watching something and they said a shark. They were talking about a shark. The goblin shark. Yeah, I've not been in VR chat. I've used VR a little bit. I had one of those like early ones. It was fun, but I never went into VR chat. That sounds like what I've heard VR chat is like. Hey Aubrey, welcome back. Oh my gosh. So my friend and I worked at a toy store for like, I worked there for like 15 years and on and off, and she worked there quite a while. And you have to learn about like stuffed animals, because you sell a lot of stuffed animals, right? And so the chat being weird is like so weird to my brain. So you have to know that like when the eyes are sewn in, it's safe. And if it's like a button or um, something else like stuck to it, then it's not safe for kids under 3. That's something interesting. So I didn't mind like the VR. Let's see if I make it full screen. I'm really stuck on this. It's messing me up. I didn't mind the VR experience at all. Like I know some people get like seasick or whatever. I didn't mind. I never got any of that. I just enjoyed it. I've done some PlayStation VR where you're like, yeah, people get motion sickness. I think maybe part of the reason I didn't get motion sick was because my first, like the first few times I used it, I was just like loading up movie theaters and watching movies on big screens, like but inside VR. And so then I was like really used to the experience before I did any like big running around crazy stuff. Oh, take care of yourself, um, Aubrey. Have some tea with honey and rest if you can. Yeah, but I think VR has some really fun uses. I think video games in VR are an obvious win. Like if you can deal with them and they're made well, they're great. Um, and then I think like movies or like museums and like stuff like that are also very good. And then I've seen some I went to in a VR I went to like a play or no, you know what it is? The NBA for a while, I don't know if this is still true, but the NBA lets you sit courtside at games for free in VR. And that's pretty good too, if I'm thinking about it. Oh my gosh, I have not. Hang on, let me bring it up. I actually might have some time off in the next couple of days. Not a lot, but elves are, but I opened up Hivewing, so I might actually see it. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I bet you VR chat is great. It was something when when chat rooms were first described to me, like as a kid, I definitely thought they were like VR before I knew what they were. Before like Discord and stuff, I understood what it was like. I was like, rooms where people are like talking to each other, and I was like thinking they were walking around and stuff. I think this one is too low on his forehead. That's like if you had like a unicorn horn sticking right out of the middle of your forehead. Okay, okay. I will remember to do that. I thought we were talking about VR. I would make this VR guy. Yeah, I played, was it Resident Evil on VR? That was fun. I want them to come out with it on PC, but I think PlayStation made them sign an exclusivity contract. I like a good horror video game. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think like the Mohawk and the like the VR, I think the general vibe, like the angular vibe also is kind of cyberpunky. Oh yeah, Nuclear Moon. That's exactly what I used to do. Sometimes I would do that and with like somebody sitting nearby and we'd pass the paper back and forth. Sometimes we'd get in trouble. Let's do, oh, neon blue. I guess we can make it more cyberpunky. I read a cyberpunk story and everybody had let's do the delts. Okay. That's the only muscle I know, the delts. It's only sort of true. And everybody had these like interfaces on their necks, and they would plug in these like crystals. And I think about that sometimes. Like, if you had crystals sticking out of your neck, or actually, maybe it was behind the ear, and how annoying would that be? And like, is it just a price you would pay to use some technology that was only in your brain? I don't know. Like, if you could think better, would you stick crystals in your neck all the time? That's what I think about. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would. But I guess it wasn't just like thinking better. It could like alter your mood and stuff like that. So I think people would do that for sure. Yeah. It's an interesting, what would that be? Like an interesting like thought about perspective, right? Because they're seeing the same thing, but the kids have a perspective on the society in a more, I don't know, maybe not, right? Have any of us been the teachers? Oh yeah. Yeah. It's it's such an interesting concept, like cyberpunk, when you really get into it. I think it's I think it's like it's a little bleak, right? And I think some people really think it's realistic, like that's like if we had that type of technology, that's what would happen. And I see some evidence for that, right? Like people definitely get lost in their phones and how does hands work? This would be his left hand, so thumb here, fingers here. And other technologies, right? There's like people have been getting addicted to video games for decades. Oh, prize giving. That's great. Wanda from the Fairly Odd Parents. When she's disguised as a squirrel. Okay, hang on. Let me put this on the list. Wanda disguised as squirrel. I'm I'm really interested in this. Oh, that's great. Yeah, congratulations, Desert. That's congratulations. Two in math, number two in physics, and third in biology. Wasn't it? Oh, was that chemistry? I was trying to think. You failed the test. Like, I don't have to bring that up. I was trying to think if you got a reward in that. Oh, not a reward, an award. But yeah, I think that makes sense. People definitely escape to technology as like as a literal escape, right? The same way like you have people who escape into movies or books and like that's all they do is they read or all they do is watch books. And I mean it gets to the point you don't need anything, right? Some people have a syndrome called like I forget what it's called actually. I thought I knew for a second. Hypo imagination something and like they hang on, let me draw this guy's hips. How would I didn't do his chest super good. And they escape into their imagination. They just create whole worlds, whole universes, all their own. Sapley got second in math. You there, Odd Fun? Sapley got second in math, second in physics, and third in biology awards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so like you don't even need technology or anything else. Like if you escape, if you're like looking to escape into some world, you will. And I think that's the real like it's tempting, right? But There's a thought experiment where it's basically like, gosh, what is it? If you could push a button and then you would live a life of luxury and comfort and grandiose everything, your dreams would come true, but it wouldn't be real. It would be a virtual reality. Um, and you would die at a ripe old age. But you would always know that it was actually fake and your real body was like in a cryogenic chamber somewhere. Right? The question is, would you push the button? And I don't know. I mean, there's a while where I think I definitely would have. But now I don't think I would. I think the big thing for me is everyone else you met would be fake. Would be a computer program. Or magic. I don't know. They wouldn't be people. Right. So you'd live this whole life, but it would basically be in a video game. All right, let's do Wanda. I was drawing that cyberpunk guy. Wanda, hey. Wanda from Very Odd Parents. So is this something she does in the show? Yeah, so I was drawing this guy. We were just talking about virtual reality. Oh, okay. Yes, I remember this episode. I drew this for a long video, some Christmas garland. Pretty fun. I explain how to do it and everything on a I think it comes out the day after tomorrow. These are called garland. This is like garland, and then this is holly. But yeah, this. Hey, desert rain frog. Okay, let's do Wanda. The Very Odd Parents are interesting because they're nice. They have a really nice structure. They're like really cartoony. Yeah, I think more and more people, like I'm old and I still had tons of good friends online. I know my little brother's just a little bit younger than me. And same, like he has his best friends are definitely online friends. Hmm. Yeah, I mean it's definitely not an easy thing to do, but yeah, it's hard. One time we had moved and I was having trouble making friends and I ended up working at a coffee shop as like just a way to like meet people. Okay, let's do female vocals, and let's do squirrel, cyberpunk, and introvert. Those are the three words. Now let's have her looking at us actually. Yeah, I like I think people, as long as like people are also in on the communication, in on the conversation, like I think it's okay if it gets weird. Okay, male vocals. Like info dumping or even just like going off on strange tangents. Yeah, I definitely do that. And then I overtalk and I talk and I talk and I talk and then I'm like, "Oh, sorry. I've been talking for like so long about this thing that you definitely are not interested in." But I just say that. That's what helped me, I think, is I just started being like, "Oh, sorry, I do that. I'm weird." Like it's not on purpose. I'm talking about teeth. Yeah. Yeah. Marnie is hyper fixating on sharks. That makes sense. Change the two words. Introvert's pretty good, but squirrel and cyberpunk not so much. All right. How about hang on, let's get some of this. So the Fairy Odd Parents, I one reason I like them is they're like right in the range of where I draw the sizes I like to draw my characters. Like two and a half heads high. Love that. Bad at socializing people that can probably draw good. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, I wonder, are introverts more likely to have a hobby, like a creative hobby? My guess is yes, right? Because you're like by yourself recharging a lot. So, like, you have to do something. You guys ever see that show, Cow and Chicken? The Fairy Odd Parents reminds me of Cow and Chicken sometimes. Oh, yeah, yeah. I drew a goblin shark last stream. You weren't here. Yeah, I think like an introverted cyberpunk squirrel is a pretty good. Uh, okay, what about? Huh. Like chance. Like not fate, but like luck as one of the words. Hmm. What's the roaring night? Hang on. We have oh, a leopard shark. You guys come up with a shark, and we'll do a shark with a Santa hat. Try to make it so it can wear a Santa hat. And then what is this? Hang on, I just saw another request. I don't see it. Oh, roaring night. There it is. Jesus, right there. Oh, introvert, chance. Yeah, nuclear. I think stuff like that is exactly the like that's how you make friends and you become like good at socializing. I think that's exactly right. Like that's such a great move. Um, that's what I was saying earlier. Is like I worked at a coffee shop just to try to make friends. I think it worked. Like it's not the same. Like yours is more badass, but same idea. You can do like clubs, right? Like there's always like clubs. Like tonight we couldn't go, but tonight there's a like a crafting club or like a crafting. You can go and do crafts. Ooh, okay. We got. Should we do a dogfish? Should we put hive wings? Is there a specific hive wing you want to see? We can put it on the request list. Okay. We get the 8 ball. So we have dogfish with a Santa hat, roaring night, or hive wings. We have to start with one. Let's start with roaring night and work our way out. So should we draw roaring night? Concentrate and ask again. All right. Roaring night. Roaring night. Very doubtful. Okay, now we'll do dogfish. Should we draw the dogfish with a Santa hat? Oh, without a doubt. So we're gonna do that one. And then we'll try again. We'll see what the 8 ball says next. Okay, let me pull up dogfish. I'm excited. I've been drawing a lot of Christmas stuff. Yeah, another word, another word. Sorry. Introvert. Hmm. I'm just like looking around the room. I'm like, donut, pencil. Uh, hmm. there's a train going in the background. Do something like that, like a freight train, or there's probably a passenger train. Yeah, let's put the request on there. What do you got, Winter Devil? Oh yeah, dogfish. Ooh, cookie bread demon. I almost drew a cookie person to start the stream because there was a commercial that had Cookie Monster on it. And I was like, ooh, what if I draw a Cookie Monster? But like a monster that's a cookie. Okay. All right. These, I'm going to do the spiny dogfish because that's what I can see. So, interesting. So they're on the bottom a lot. Let's see. Or at least they have a flat. They have a kind of. No, we have to see it a little from beneath because then you get to see its mouth. Hang on, let me. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, that'll be the bottom. I think that works. We can adjust stuff later if not. Is that still on camera? Yeah. Move this up a little. Little bottom fin, big top fin. And then the rest of it. You got that. Why do they have such a gigantic eye? It's really great. Whoa, I could do maybe a like one of those conglomerate drawings. Like it, this, it kind of looks like a cartoon. Okay, I'm gonna bring this in a little. What time is it here? It's 22:38 here. So 10, almost 11. Yeah, this is great. This one is, I'm happy I picked a dog shark. Or you guys suggested it. You seem to be agreeing. Dogfish. Dogfish shark. Now that we got it drawn, we can erase the guidelines. Kind of round it out a little bit. I learned that is interesting. I like that sharks can sense electric fields, right? Or some sharks can. I think that's neat. There was something else I learned about heavy metal music. Oh, it can keep mosquitoes away or something. I can't remember now. Some gills. Where's gills at? Some decoration. Let's see. Should we do a little color? It's gonna be like a dark greeny blue. I was watching one experiment where they were seeing like what fish or what sea animals would gravitate towards a television and then like what shows, but I can't remember the results. Yeah, I don't do well. I'm a night person. Oh man, we talked about sleep paralysis on a late night stream a couple days ago, and about how like most men will experience it at least once in their lives, and a lot of people experience it at least once in their lives. And it's like we're pretty sure we know what it is. It's like everything is right for you to go into REM sleep, but instead of going into REM sleep, you just don't. Oh man, I'm not home. I'm on a work trip, but it snowed 12 inches in my city, but I'm not there. Dang. Yeah, snow can be crazy. I haven't got my winter tires. I need to get winter tires, I think. I've never lived in a place where that was really necessary, but I think I do now. Yeah, so like, because when you're in REM sleep, you're dreaming, and so your brain gets this like dose of hallucination chemical, and then at the same time, it also gives your brain a dose of like paralyzing chemical. So you're not like thrashing around in your sleep while you're moving in your dream, and so that happens, but you don't actually fall asleep. You're awake for it, and that's sleep paralysis. We're pretty sure that's what the studies show. Oh, that does sound like it sucks. I've had it once. It was very unpleasant. And ironically, it felt exhausting. Like I did not feel rested from it at all. Yeah, I grew up on the Northeast of North America on Long Island, as a lot of people in different areas of Long Island say. Long Island, the Long Island accent. I did know people who spoke like that, but oh yeah, Winter Devil. That sounds like this, that sounds like it. Another, but maybe like just a very short experience with it. Another thing that can happen is people will they'll wake up but still be in the dream, like, so yeah, like wake up but still be in the dream, like wake up in the dream, I guess I'm trying to say. That's another common thing that can happen. Hey, Johnny Caudil. Minnesota, because it's cold. Oh yeah, I'm lucky I've never done that, but my little brother had night terrors and he would wake up screaming, or he wouldn't wake up. He'd sit up and start screaming and like sometimes even like trying to like run away in his dreams, but he would be asleep. Okay, I'm gonna do a little of this peach to try to like blend this all together. I don't have a blending stump. What is it called? Yeah, I've only driven through Minnesota, but from what I've heard, it seems very nice. Like cold, sure. I guess a lot of people don't like it if it's cold at all. I'm That's fine. I'm fine with cold. Um, but the culture seems kind. There seems like there's lots of fun stuff to do. I'm gonna do like a really light green for the eyes. I was in the hospital just over a year ago. I was in ICU and then I was in just regular. They were watching me, and it sucked. Luckily, I don't have to go regularly, but I have lung problems, so every once in a while. And I had a panic disorder when I was young. Yeah, I think this summer was the first time, or last summer, not last summer, the summer before. Um, like almost a year ago, more than a year ago. That was the first time I ever had to stay in the hospital, except for anxiety when they wanted to watch me. But that's a little different. Yeah, I was there. Gosh, how long was I there? It was right before we started doing YouTube. Oh, and yeah, Wendigo. I've heard of that. Wendigo's going on the list. Wendigo. Why did I say Wendigo? I mean, Wendigo. Yeah, Wendigo. Isn't it like a shapeshifter? Okay, we got to get the Santa hat on now. I was enjoying the coloring of it too much. I mean, I'm sitting on a new chair today. It's a stool. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll just have, because they're seeing the bottom of him, we can sort of make the Santa hat like we don't have to figure out how it's staying on his head. It can just be on his head. And then because it's underwater, we'll have it like float. Okay. Oh yeah, the deer skull and antlers. I have heard. Ah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like in America, in the United States, the hospitals are so can be so interesting. Like depending on how wealthy you are and like where you grow up, can really depend on like your relationship with the hospitals, because there are tons of communities where you only go there if there's an emergency because they're incredibly underfunded. I mean, not as underfunded as some places, but like scary. Like there are places in the United States, like gosh, like Mississippi or Missouri, for example, where the state just does not put money into the hospitals at all. And like the federal government will give money to the states, and the states just decide not to spend that money in poor neighborhoods. And then you have like outbreaks of parasites and really terrible stuff. And then like the people just like don't go to the hospital, or they don't even have a hospital sometimes, so they close them down. So like I have heard of similar but terrible things. Oh, okay. Yeah, my oh we talked about that, right? You lived in Missouri. Oh, is it one of those things where you're like not supposed to mention it? Like you know the bear, the word for bear in Proto-Indo-European, which is actually the language that, you know, English and a bunch of other languages are derived from, um, are descendant from maybe. We don't know the actual word for bear. I think it's Proto-Indo-European, maybe it's Saxon, but anyway, one of the mother languages of English, there was a word for bear, and it was something else. And basically, you weren't supposed to say bear because then you're called like the word, that word, the real word, because it was like as if you were saying its name and it would hear you and it would come. And so instead of saying the name of the bear, like the word that we don't know for bear, they would say the brown one. And that meant, and like brown one, that's where we get bear from. That's what, like bear basically means brown one. Like from these from these old language versions of the language. And so we don't know what the word for bear was. We don't have the word for bear. We have like the what is it in Harry Potter? What do they call the guy? The evil guy? He who shall not be named. Essentially, that's what happened with bears. And then they forgot that Voldemort was a name at all. Okay, okay. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, bears are crazy. You have to be careful. They do not mess around. Well, I guess there's like rules for survivability. Like some bears wanna will like they'll go after you if you're like moving around, kind of like a cat. If you just stay still and don't move, they won't bother you. But if you're like something to play with, they'll go after you. And some bears, your best chance is just to like yell and get really big and loud and make them be like, I don't want to mess with that thing. It might hurt me. Oh yeah, polar bears run. I mean, if you see a polar bear that wants to eat you and you don't have a weapon of some kind, you're dead. Polar bears are extremely deadly. Mm. My little brother, he has a different father than I do. Yeah, mostly they don't live near people. Hey, Sans man, welcome back. So my little brother, he has a different father than I do, and we did DNA tests, right? So same mom, and we grew up together. Like we've always lived in the same house and everything. And his DNA test came back, and he was like pretty. He had a big chunk of Native American DNA in him. So I guess his dad isn't has a big chunk of Native American DNA, and it's Micmac, which actually is around Minnesota area, if I remember correctly. It's up near up like north in the center of the country there, or not the center of the east of the country. I might be misremembering, but I think it's right around there. Oh yeah, bears are really smart. Ooh, mantis shrimp covered in Christmas lights. We're putting that on the list. Mantis shrimp. All right. So I think dogfish Santa hat. I think we did it. Oh, actually, hang on. Yeah, bears are incredibly smart. Okay. I saw it was probably on YouTube somewhere. Somebody was doing they do like a bear proofing test and they get products and they put food in it and then they put it out in the in like an area where bears will definitely come. I think it's in a national park and so there's just bears there, but it might be like a zoo or something. I can't remember. Honey roasted almonds is good though. And the bears will go ham. They'll go crazy for the thing and they it's not that they will if they'll get in it or not. It's just how long it'll take them to get into it. And then they use that as the rating for like how bear proof it is. And I think that's cool. because they have all sorts of methods. They're like, oh, this is that flexible plastic. So then they bounce on it until it breaks. Like they know what's up. They're not just like random. Hey, oh, is it? Oh, wow. All right. I have to do, I'm going to say 10 minutes left. I didn't realize how late it was. This unfortunately has to be a short stream tonight because I have to go do work.
Yeah, you wanna skip that work and just do it another time? Do it tomorrow.
I guess we could do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
But if we do it, yeah, because we're not going to print today. We would still do the printing tomorrow. Anyway. Right? Yeah.
You can keep streaming. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I guess we should do it. Because Kate's there now.
Yeah.
It's going to be the easiest time.
Yeah. Maybe we can come back and stream after.
Yeah. I might be able to come back and do a stream. Do more streaming. Stream is very fun. It's a good stream today. I finally did a dog shark, and Marnie's here, so.
Okay.
I keep saying dog shark. It's like dogfish. They're so doofy in the best way possible. Look at this.
I can see it.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we can probably do another half hour, 20 minutes at least.
I'm streaming.
Yeah. But yeah, we can. It's totally possible to come back and stream more.
Maybe you can draw that elf.
Oh yeah. That elf. This was great.
It's really cute.
We could do some cleanup. The color came out really nice. I keep trying to stop because I should be finished, but then I go back. Oh yeah, I start my stream like at this time on Wednesdays because we watch Survivor. So when Survivor is over, I'll stream at a different time on Wednesday probably. Yeah, I guess sometimes I stream in the middle of the day on Wednesday. That's the plan anyway, but it never happens. All right. Let's see. So we did Fairly Odd Parent. Oh, I forgot about, we did Sock Monkey. And we did Cyberpunk Guy. VR. Missing a Nose Man. And then we did Dogfish Shark. Okay. Oh, a cold stick that's salty. I used to chew on cinnamon sticks, like the cinnamon bark dried, and then I would chew the heck out of that. It burned my mouth, and I loved it. I forgot all about that until you said you crave chewing on sticks. Okay. So mantis shrimp with Christmas lights. I want to do that, but I don't have enough time to do it justice. So we're going to put that on the top of tomorrow's list. I will try to remember to start the stream with this tomorrow because I really want to. You know what? I'm going to put a note on the computer because that might help me remember. Mantis shrimp Christmas light. Does anyone else just miss letters when they're writing real fast? Okay. Oh. So I'm going to look up, we're going to skip this one indefinitely because I don't want to summon any beasties. Oh yeah, it was good. It had like tobacco in it, a little, I don't know if mahogany or smoke or something. I forgot what I'm looking up. Oh. Let's see, what's Roaring Night? Oh, Deltarune. I've done a lot of Deltarune stuff. Cool. Alfred used to make a bunch of soap. And I helped. Not really, just a little bit. But Oddfoot soap, really good, really good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I accidentally closed the whole chat. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. It won't open. All right. I'm like over here breaking my computer. All right, if you guys are chatting, I cannot see it right now. Hopefully. Ah, there we go. There we go. I'm back. Okay, let's do. We were doing kind of like chibi versions. We could do that. Like, so I don't know if I've explained this before, but chibi, there's usually about 3 heads high. And there's a general rule in drawing and like cartoons and animation where like 2 heads is about the smallest like number of heads you get, then you get 3. And it's all about, and then 8 heads high is about the most number of heads high, tall the character is, right? Based on how big their head is. And so the smaller the head, I mean the lower the head count, the more silly and the less serious, and the taller, the bigger the head count, the like more heroic and more serious. And you can see that, like, so that's why in a lot of Japanese cartoons, which usually are drawn around 5.5 to 6, 5.5 is like a kind of a standard. 5.5 or 6 heads high. That's how tall, like a lot of or 7. 7 is considered realistic, so it can be in there. When they're being serious or being like regular, or just being people, they're that. They're not like superheroes. They're just normal people. So that's 5.5. That's in here. And then they'll drop down to chibi, which is 3, to like make crazy jokes or like do little imaginative skits or whatever. Oh, you really are a soap enabler. Or as we say in our house, somebody who likes when everyone's clean.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not like when everyone's clean?
You always want everyone to be clean. So let's try to do a chibi version of I will maybe I hope I can finish. I'll rush this a little because I do need to go. We have to so we have the craft fair again. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I was trying to think if it was Saturday and Sunday, but it is. And so we didn't do inventory when we packed up the stuff because the craft fair is in the same place and we could get storage there. So we just stored all of our stuff because we were like, perfect. And now we don't have to pack it and unpack it. This is like so nice. Except we didn't do inventory. So now we don't know all the stuff, like what we need to make between now and then to restock. And so the organizer, no, the person who is in charge of the storage space is there tonight. So we can go tonight and count the cards and stuff and then see what we need. Ooh. There used to be this store that had lavender candy and like people liked it. They had lavender and violet candy. And you know what? Honest to goodness, I thought it tasted like soap. So your story makes so much sense to me. Okay. And now we need to fit everything that's on the body in this one bit. How are we going to make this chibi? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. How are we going to make it chibi? Is it chibi or chibi? Chibi. It's chibi. Once I said chibi, it was like, oh my God, that sounds terrible. Who would ever say chibi? And then I was like, you, because I just said chibi. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Okay, 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 okay. Ah, lavender soda. Yeah, lavender can be eaten. And I'll never, ever, 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 ever write a song about the chibi. Man, thems was days. And thems was days. Okay. Don't write songs about chibi. Even accidental ones. What? What does he sound like?
Cookie Monster.
He sounds like Cookie Monster. I was gonna. This stream has come back to Cookie Monster so many times.
Cookie Monster. Monster was on Amazing Race and Oscar the Grouch.
Whoa. I didn't even know they were dating.
No, they're on the coworkers team and neighbors.
Oh,
Coworkers slash neighbors.
that does check out. Co-neighbors. Okay. I think probably O. Because, like, it feels like it'd be real springy. You just sort of sit on it. And then it's like, what? That's what I imagine is like, oh. Dear B. Oh, how does this computer die? Okay, it came back. What about two-story G?
That's like an ergonomic. Like a. I don't even know how to make a Times New Roman G.
Double-story G. Double-story G is crazy. You have G, you have G, and you have double-story G.
Sitting in the letter?
Yeah, in here. So if you have double-story G, and it's like really big, and you're like on the in-between story, that could be nice. Oh, in the letter. C is pretty good for in the letter because then you can get out. This is Roaring Night. I didn't end up coloring him, but we have to leave. So we're gonna have a letter debate and then we're gonna go. Okay, should we go lowercase first? So no, we're gonna do uppercase because that's what I write normally. A, B, C is pretty good. D, E, F. I'm still kind of feeling G, even the regular, the H, I, J. Oh, J is also pretty good. K, L, M, N, O, P. None of those. Q, R, S. S has a couple of spots. And like it's a gentler curve than an O.
No, it's not.
W, X, Y, and Z. So B, if you're inside, B seems nice, but you can't leave. So I'm partial to the ones you can get out of. So like C, G.
G, probably.
Yeah, I think G is my fave. And if you bring a pillow, L would be fine. No lowercase. A, B, C, D, E. Oh, E. You have like a little roof to protect you from the rain. F.
What's next up there?
And G is also cool because you're like, it's like a hammock for some reason. H, I, J. J is like G, but it can rain on you. And there's that like dot hanging above you. K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Lowercase g.
It's lowercase g.
I think it's lowercase g. Ooh, if the dot is a light. If the rest is dark. If the rest are dark. No, G is pretty close to I and J, so you'd get some light. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Odd Fudd one time in her apartment, she got one of those chairs that are like this, and then this is like the base, and then hanging from here is like a big hook with like a hammock kind of thing. And so this is free floating and this is hooked. And then it's basically like a one person or a two person hammock that you can like have in your house or in your garden. And then her mom came over and saw it and she was like, "Ooh, you have a hammock." Except her mom's like, "Oh, you have a hammock." Oh, a hammock. Good. Oh, good. I forgot the good. Good. But what she meant was, "Ooh, you have a hammock." She jumped in. She sat in that, did all of her word searches.
Her word switches, her crocheting.
Yeah, that was so nice. We should get that. We don't have room.
I want to get a hammock for her deck.
Oh, yeah, we should get her a hammock.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. All right, we really do have to go. This is Roaring Night. We'll color him another time, probably. We got top of the list for next week. I mean, for next week. Geez, for tomorrow is Cookie Bread Demon and Mantis Shrimp with Christmas lights. Hive Wings, I definitely need to check out. And this was my favorite drawing this day. Really loved it. Thank you guys so much. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And if not, take care of yourselves. Bye. Thank you. Heck yeah, Marnie. Fun to share a shark myths.